Today we're checking out some more crazy things people found on Google Maps. They started zooming into this random neighborhood. It's a bunch of tract homes. And then go to the street view. They all look like they're very newly built. But oh, everything just disappeared. They probably recorded the street view before all the houses were built. Like this house is still under construction. And then he zoomed in. And what is that? What is that dark shadowy figure standing on the edge of the house? Is it the contractor contemplating his kitchen countertops? Well, I shouldn't have done the white marble. You know, at first I would have thought this was a bird. Like a very large bird, depending where you live. But then it does low-key look like the size of a little human. I honestly have no idea, but my guess would be somebody who was working on the house was probably like, what is this car driving down this empty street? I'm gonna stand on top of the roof for a better view. And then the car that drove by happened to be the Google Maps car, which ended up taking this photo that made the contractor standing on the roof look very creepy. More creepy than he should have. Bro's just trying to build a house. I saw this other video where they zoom into Google Maps and somebody asked, is this Pennywise? They found Pennywise. What, under this bridge? I thought he lived in like the sewers or a basement. No, y'all found him under a bridge? Wait, zoom in. Ah, what is that? What is that thing? I don't think that's Pennywise. What's he holding? It looks like a box. Maybe it's a homeless person holding a pizza box? I don't know, zoom into that. Why does his face look like that? He could be wearing a mask. You know, this is exactly why you never check under your local bridge. Oh, I'd be too scared to go there in real life. The safest way to do it is through the Google Maps. But you never know what you're gonna find. Sometimes it'll be just rocks under a bridge. Sometimes it'll be this guy. If that guy is even human. Okay, that one was creepy. But I think we can all agree that's a pizza box. Bro's creepy and hungry. I'd be like that too sometimes. Also, you know, someone else also zoomed into the same spot under this bridge. We're gonna get a different angle. We're gonna get it from the side. Is somehow just as creepy, if not creepier. Now I'm like positive it's somebody wearing a mask. Okay, I'm warning you because this next one is kind of creepy and it's gonna make you wonder what the heck is going on in this city. So they zoomed into the Google Maps to this little city corner and it must be Halloween or something because there's a jigsaw on a bike. But wait a second, they turn and there's more. There's 3 more, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my goodness, there's so many of them. Bro, the whole squad pull up in jigsaw costumes on mini bikes. Also, these are little people. Could be toddlers, but wait a second. It gets weirder. They turn the street view. There is an open door with what appears to be a wizard standing inside of it. What is going on here? Okay, this just keeps getting weirder and weirder because you can actually go inside this building. Like, did they lure the Google Maps van into this building? You know, come right this way, sir. Oh, there's a clown standing in the doorway. How do we have a street view of this? Like, is this a Halloween costume party? Or the end of the road for the Google Maps van driver who was accidentally lured into this sketchy building? You know, maybe he wanted to stop in for a bathroom break. It was Halloween and then got stopped by all these colorful friends. Wait a second. Zoom in, pause. Who's that guy? We have a completely normal person attending the desk. Yo, bro's just doing his job. And then we have all these friends, if you could call them that, patiently waiting by the recycling bin. I don't know, this is so weird. Like, why does Google Maps let you go inside of a building? Oh, maybe he was looking for a bathroom, stopped and forgot to stop recording. Maybe he went above and beyond for his job. Like, oh, they want me to get the street view? You know what? I'm gonna get the inside of the building view too. Maybe I'll get a raise. You know, bonus points if it's creepy. I've seen a lot of crazy things on the Google Maps, including someone who tried to get away with a murder in the last video we did. But this time, this video went viral for somebody who witnessed a kidnapping. You guys hear all that sound in the background? They're literally building a house right outside my door. I'm going to go insane. I just witnessed a kidnap. So they zoomed in all the way. This is a small city in Poland. And then they zoomed in and bro, what is that? Are they kidnapping or are they robbing them? Wait a second, it can only be one person. The Google Maps car holding them up. Like, get out of your car. Give me all your money. Oh, I forgot to stop the recording on the car. Oopsies, now there's evidence of the crime. Or it could just be a silly prank of these 3 best buddies who got out of their car and acted like they were being held hostage in front of the Google Maps car. You know, maybe we can stir the pot a little bit in our small town in Poland. In our small town of Rybnik. Now, it'll forever be known as the town with a kidnapping on the Google Maps. And then when police investigated it, there was actually no kidnapping. It was just a prank. So this next one actually went viral because it was such a crazy coincidence. So if you zoom into the Pope, he has this little figure on his robes. What is this goofy little guy? What could it possibly mean? But then wait a second. You scroll down to South America. That looks like Chile, the coast of Chile. And then zoom in even more. You're gonna have to wait for it. What they found could not be a coincidence. There it is. There it is. Or should I say, there he is. The little man with the arms and the square head. He's carved into the ground. Yo, this has to be like a landmark or something. So I did my research. This is called the Atacama Giant, and it is a landmark in Chile. I was right. So I guess some people thought that the Pope was wearing some crazy demonic figure, but this spiritual figure, the Atacama Giant, actually represents a shaman, and it is believed that they carved him out into the desert between 900 and 1450 AD. That was a long time ago. Bro has been there for a very long time. So he's supposed to represent a man who makes decisions. We love that. Especially when you're indecisive as me. I can't make a decision to save my life. So the Atacama Giant is a spiritual deity who makes those predictions and is also known for practicing healing. So he's not a bad guy at all. So why is it an issue if the Pope has this on his robes? He represents healing and decision making. I don't think it's a coincidence, but I don't think it's a bad thing at all. You know, we're out here on Google Maps. Meanwhile, this guy got Google Mars. Like, you're telling me there's a Google Mars? I had no idea, because what the heck? You could literally zoom into another planet. You know, don't tell me there's Street View on this thing. Like, what can you possibly find on Mars? Zoom in. Oh my goodness, wait a second. Is there actually Street View on this thing? They got Street View on the Google Mars. Bro, what a surprise. Nothing but dirt. No wonder nothing could survive. Oh wait, what is this? We got like a monolith chilling in the middle of the desert? That has to be like a communication tower or something, right? There's no way it was there when they arrived. I think it's something that they planted there. You know, how else do you think they took pictures of Mars? You know, I didn't even know they had a Google Mars. Also, what do you mean WTF is on Mars? Oh my goodness, it's a bunch of dirt. Wait a second. What the heck is that? It's not dirt. I think any of us would be very surprised if there was anything else but dirt on Mars. Like, wow, a tree. Wow, a beetle. Wow. I know, wait a second, zoom into that. They got Reese's peanut butter cups on Mars. Literally shooketh. The next Google Maps video is kind of crazy. I'm gonna let you guys watch this and let me know what you think. So they zoomed into these islands. I couldn't see where they were. Man, I hope one day somebody zooms into one of these videos and it's gonna be like Squid Games in real life. Like a hidden island in the middle of nowhere that just like opens up. But wait a second, that's not Squid Games. That's not squid. What are all these little things in the ocean? Wait, they must not be that little if they're showing up that big on Google Maps. Ugh, kind of looks like weird texture or some fish, or definitely not sea people. I don't think it's mermaids either. It's kind of like if the ocean forgot to shave, but it's huge. It's like a massive part of the ocean. What could it possibly be? So it could be a kelp forest in the middle of an ocean where the kelp grows kind of like trees under the water. Here is a diagram explaining how it works. So you only see like the top of the kelp and it's like squiggly at the top, and then that explains why you would see it like squiggles from a bird's eye view. So if I had to guess, this would be a kelp forest in the middle of the ocean. You know, nothing weird, nothing sinister about it. You know, put all the crazy creepy music you want on top of it. Like, I'm convinced you could put this music over anything and it would be creepy. Creepy because who knows what could be lurking between those trees. So many mysteries. Okay, this next one has to do with a plane. And I've seen some crazy Google Maps sightings that involve planes, including a plane crash. But like, what is this one? We're zooming into an airport. But wait a second, what is that? Did there used to be a plane there? Is it a shadow? Wait a second, that's gotta be a plane. They painted an invisible plane. Does that exist? You know, I always wondered that. I was like, how does stealth bomber technology work? They're dark gray, but like when they fly over things, it's like undetected or like invisible. I don't know, I always wondered, why don't they paint planes to blend in with the surroundings? Like make it look like the sky to make them more camouflage. And I guess that's exactly what they did here. Like the plane is literally camouflaged. You know, this also could be a rendering glitch, because there's a plane. This is a regular airport, and then there's a plane right next to it. You know, the question is, what kind of plane is this? Like, it seems to me that it's the same kind of plane as the one right next to it. So I asked ChatGPT, and it said it's not a real or currently flying aircraft, but what appears to be a scrapped aircraft. So like, what is going on here? This is an airport. There's a runway with a bunch of other planes there. This looks like it could be somewhere in Texas. So either this is a glitch in the Google Map rendering, or the very small chance that it could be one of these invisible aircrafts. I'm not an expert. I don't know. What the heck is that? Zoom in. Is that Australia? Off the coast of Australia. You know, nothing suspicious going on yet. You know, just zoom in. Zoom into a little island. No, not the big island, the small island. You know, even smaller, on the coast of that tiny little island. That is off another island. Wait, what the heck? What is this? Bro found the backrooms on an island off the coast of Australia. Okay, this has got to be the weirdest thing we've seen so far. Because how do you even explain this? How did somebody even find this? Is the real question. How did Google Maps even get this footage? And what is that floating orb in the middle of the chairs? Is it a Lucky Blocks from Roblox? No, speaking of Roblox, I have a secret Roblox channel that is not so secret anymore. Go check it out after this video, and you'll understand why I called that a lucky block. It doesn't explain the hundreds of plastic chairs lined up in a circle and then this impossibly long ceiling. This has got to be like the end of the backrooms. You finally escape the backrooms and then you end up here. I have no answers for this one. Like, all I can find about this one is that it was posted on Reddit as a new Google Maps backroom location. Like, is this the backrooms for Google Maps? Like, this is the end of the road. This is technically the end of the earth. But no one has an explanation. They found a kraken on Google Maps. I don't believe it until I see it. Wait a second. Wait a second, that could be anything. So where are they zooming in? Somewhere in Antarctica. You know, y'all are zooming in real quick. Y'all must know exactly where this kraken is pinpointed. Wait a second, pause it. Let me see that thing. All you kraken lovers out there, I don't want to burst your bubble. It could be a kraken, but it also could be, wait for it, a rock. You know, there's actually been a lot of really crazy sightings on Google Maps, and people are like, oh, it's this. Oh no, it's this. It's this. Sea monster, kraken, giant fish. And it ends up being a weirdly shaped rock. Okay, so I Googled it, and unfortunately, ChatGPT says it's a hoax. It's a large rock formation near Deception Island. Now you know why it gets the name Deception. You know, there's so many videos posted about this, so many theories about this giant kraken. Someone went to go see it and was like, where's the kraken? All I see is this giant kraken shaped rock. This sucks. But anyways, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button in the face and subscribe to the Wolf Pack. Oh, I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.